Can that jump drive be a problem with that plugged in there? Pat O'Melia here, you concerned Jersey City resident there. That's why we do the show, because you're concerned. Now, we might be suffering some technical difficulties here right now that we're efforting to fix as we speak. There was an issue with Channel 190. My people are on the phone with them right now, so hopefully we're on Channel 190. Might not be. We've been working on this for the last half hour. We got a busy show. We got Jimmy Shea, James Shea, I should say, the Director of Public Safety, is our top cop. Public safety in Jersey City is comprised of the Jersey City Police, the Fire Department, and the Parking Authority. We want to start bringing in Jim at least every 2 weeks, hopefully not over some crime thing where there was some horrendous crime. I'd like this to promote the police department and our fire department and the Parking Authority. As a former PR person for the Parking Authority back in like 2002, and the son of a Jersey City firefighter, I would like to promote, especially the cops in the fire. But, you know, my old buddies there at the Parking Authority, yes. You know, we did the debates, and I'll get into this with the show. The biggest problem we have in Jersey City is parking. It came up more than crime, but we'll get into that with the debates. Now, we're doing this live, and you know what you can do? You can watch us live. You can watch us live on your smartphone. You just download the live stream app. Load it up. Look at me on your smartphone, your tablet, your smart TV, your Roku, your Apple TV, your Google Chromecast. We are live everywhere. And remember, if you need to get in touch with us, you got Pat Shows. Oops, 10 years doing that. Pat Shows still works, by the way, with 3 S's, but our new website is hmgtvshows.com. There you can watch all the shows. We archive everything. And you can send me an email if you got a problem with the county, the city, municipal issues, consumer issues. We're good at that. We're very good at consumer issues. For that matter, we're batting like 1,000. For that matter, I was in a consumer issue yesterday with our workers' comp insurance carrier yesterday. It's driving me absolutely insane. Hopefully I got time in the show to discuss one of the reasons why it's so difficult to do business in New Jersey. But we got it settled. But if you have a consumer issue in Hudson County, I'm really good at that. You got a problem with the county, the city of Jersey City, any of its municipalities here, send me an email. Go to HMG TV Shows, hit the contact, you can send me an email directly, and I'll get into it. You know, we got pretty damn good mayors in Jersey City, of course, with Mayor Fulop, who was up for re-election. And the rest of Hudson County with, you know, of course, Nicholas Sacco and Brian Stack and Richie Turner and Weehawken. We got a lot of good mayors. Roquet in West New York, Ganelli and Secaucus. So if you have a problem, we're here to help. If you have senior issues, health and human services, you know, you got Stacey Flanagan here in Jersey City. I cannot stress how much we should help the seniors here. Of course, you know, we're doing so much with the opiate crisis, the drug crisis, and it's amazing how this mushroomed into an epidemic. And an epidemic, they call it a sickness. I'm not sure I'd call it a sickness, but apparently it's reaching epidemic stages. And I think one of the real factors is the cheapness of it now. I understand you can get like heroin for like $3. But, you know, a lot of this help comes at the cost of our seniors. There's only so much money in the pot. Got to try to help our seniors. If you know a senior has an issue, if you're having a problem, reach out for me. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. As I understand it, we're still down on channel 190. It seems to be a problem at the Comcast headquarters. Hopefully, they will pick us up in progress. It's like those baseball games. Oh, we'll pick it up in progress after we finish whatever we're doing. Now, later on the show, we got Jim Shea. He's going to talk about new police. I reached out to Jim Shea earlier yesterday because last week I was thinking about we have incorporated, I think Mayor Fulop and Jim Shea have hired about 300 cops since they've taken office. And that is a tremendous amount of cops to integrate into our police force. So we'll talk about that. And there's some came strictly right out of the academy, true rookies, and some were lateral transfers, which our Hudson County Sheriff just loves when their sheriff's offices, they laterally transfer to JCPD. But let's get to the news at hand here. Nationally, President Trump is not going to subsidize the insurance carriers for Obamacare. Now, that is, like I said last week, when he made some other cuts and some other decisions. Last week was about allowing employers to group together, business associations, to buy insurance across state lines. That's a body blow. Body blow. Remember that Mike Tyson punch out? Body blow. That was a body blow to Obamacare. A knockout punch is probably not giving the insurance companies subsidies. Now, President Obama did that a few times, billions of dollars in subsidies to the insurance companies to keep Obamacare afloat. Propping it up by underwriting isn't going to work. Eventually, it'll just get so ridiculously expensive. And I'm going to have to agree with President Trump. Everybody, oh, somebody's agreeing with Trump. You know, to keep sending these insurance companies billions of dollars isn't the way to go with the insurance. We need to find a functioning way to have affordable insurance for the masses here in the United States. At least the groups of an age that, you know, they're not on Medicare or Medicaid. So that's like 65. So we got to find something from people from 18 to 65, something that functions, something is affordable for you, the taxpayers, for you, the policyholders. Deductibles that are reasonable. You know, but what's going to happen here with the decline of Obamacare, and I'll tell you, it's going to decline pretty damn rapidly without these subsidies. A lot of insurance companies over the last 5 years have bailed out of Obamacare. Without these subsidies, the remainder are going to probably bail out also. Or the policy rates are going to go insane. Now, for years before I got into media, I used to repair tractor trailers, and we gave insurance to our employees. Now, the single guys were always cheaper. It would be like something like $80 a month. The married guys would be like $300. Something went wrong in, you know, the last 10, 15 years that a single guy's insurance was like $800, $900, and a married person is almost off the charts here, that you can't afford it. And it's becoming a real problem for employers. You know, you're looking at a workforce, you say you got 40, 50 people, and that's a small company. And each one of those individuals has a $2,000, $2,600 a month benefit packages for the health care. You know, that's a lot to handle. Now, over the years, companies are saying, you know, 30%, you pay 30, we'll pay 70. A lot of companies just restricted it to the employee, not to the family. Something has gone wrong with our health care. And listen, you know, it isn't like we didn't have health insurance before Obamacare. We did. Most of us got it through our employers, or you got it on your own. But it was never so ridiculously expensive. Just a bare bones Blue Cross Blue Shield policy, just covering the individual. And I mean bare bones. You just, you know, you got prescriptions and, you know, some co-pays here and there, and I think you had a free flu shot was like $1,400 a month. Now, there is no way in hell that should be that expensive. Somehow, somewhere, and this is why we elect these officials to go to Washington, not to go to Washington to fight the party's political battles. Once the campaigns are done, the elections are over, it's the job of the people. None of this crap, the lines in the sand here, Democrat, Republican. Go to Washington and do the effing job. Now your effing job here is to figure out how we can have affordable health care. Not free, affordable health care. That, you know, that people can have and have useful, that you actually have a benefit to your paycheck or the check you write to cover this, or your employer's check they write. That, you know, that's not waiting for catastrophic, you know, something where you can have checkups and prescription services and reasonable deductions. Some of these deductions on Obamacare are, you know, stifling. If the disease doesn't get you, bankruptcy will. So there is a way to make this work. And like I said the week before, all the aspects, all the prongs of health care, you know, the insurance companies are doing fine. They're making, you know, millions. There's a problem, and the pharmaceutical companies are making fortunes. You see, you know, mergers going on at the pharmaceutical companies, you know, billions of dollars. Well, so-and-so bought this pharmaceutical company for $27 billion. Well, there's a friggin' reason that's worth $27 billion. It's because of our health care. And unless we come up with something that works, healthcare-wise, you've seen a lot of mergers in the hospital field. That was all predicated on Obamacare. Without Obamacare, I don't know what happens to these mergers. What happens to some of these hospitals? You've seen a lot of private practices either be sold to you know, a major medical organization or join a group of medical organizations. You know, they're trying to, you know, cut expenses as much as they can, and with the Obamacare covering everyone, it's just the idea that we're just going to make money here and we're just going to buy up all these practices and we're going to merge up these hospitals. But without Obamacare, that may not transpire now. I don't know what happens to these mergers, but there's truly a problem with our health care when only two aspects are making money, and that's the pharmaceuticals and the insurance companies. Because you've seen doctor practices close or get taken over or be absorbed into a larger practice, and that isn't because these guys don't want to, you know, make money, that they couldn't make money the way it was working now, but with Obamacare and the bigger companies, they've seen an easier way or a better way to try to make a living for themselves. We got the two Medicares, the Medicaid and Medicare. I can see utilizing those two, instead of having a third type of health care, Medicare, Medicaid, and you can buy into Medicare, and you can pay for your policy until you hit 65. Once you hit 65, you get the Medicare. Somehow utilize that this way. Money's going into Medicare. We're reinforcing Medicare. It's there for the people who need it, and Medicaid's there for the people who truly need it. Do we really need another third level? Try to work health care for the masses through either Medicare or Medicaid. It's there, it functions, it's accepted, and again, we don't need another level and more employees and more expense. So that's probably what we should look at. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Hopefully they're working the problem on Comcast Channel 190. Here, got my coffee. I actually brewed this myself. It's a little cool, but some people like iced coffee. Getting back to the Obamacare and health care, our best options are Medicaid and Medicare. Somehow we need to incorporate them Because, you know, when they brought that Obamacare in, you had to hire all these people, you had to get, you put a lot of expense on. We didn't need that. All right, let's get to some local, but I tell you, the future doesn't look good here for healthcare. Mayor Fulop, back, I think, in 2014, a group of city employees somehow, I don't know if they tried to steer a contract, an energy contract with some company called Good Energy, I never heard of them, to be selected to supply whatever services this company would supply. Their RFPs were done, requests for proposals, and supposedly there's a stack of proposals on someone's desk, and some other political operative put his hand on the stack and said, you know, this is the one. Now, the former chief of staff for the city of Jersey City had some conversation regarding, again, it's all, you know, speculation. I didn't hear the tape, if there is tape, it even exists now, about this RFP being selected, and his cell phone was on, and he recorded it, whatever the hell happened here. Now, there's a group of, you know, the NAACP is looking for the release of this tape, Civic JC. I'm not sure if that's a civic, I might get into that later in the show, if that's a civic group or a political group, because everything I see Civic JC do is politics. You know, I think everybody who was formerly the head of this group has run for office in one shape or another. I think Esther Winters was the past president, and now she's running she's running for council at large. I think Bill Matsakudis for a while was the president. I don't know, I think Dan Levin may have been a part of that. And they're demanding the release of this tape. Now, a couple of things. Where is the tape now? I don't know. Where are these employees now? If you look at the names, if you read the story on NJ.com, the Jersey Journal, if you look at all the names of the people who are allegedly involved in this alleged plan to get this particular vendor selected to get a contract, most are gone. I think there may be 2 people who are allegedly involved in this whole thing still with the city of Jersey City, but they are irrelevant. They are not in any positions. Chances are they are irrelevant and still employed with the city because of civil service protections. That's why they may still be here. They've basically been transferred to the city hall equivalent of the mailroom or the Booton Reservoir. Now, if anybody remembers the previous administration, when a mayor had a problem and couldn't get rid of somebody, they either went to Booton or they went to the mailroom. One of these particular former city employees that had a problem with this mayor was sent to the mailroom during the anthrax scare. And I'll never forget that. When I brought to the mayor, I said, you know, you're really sending this guy to the mailroom when the anthrax is going through the envelopes? But everybody else is gone who was allegedly involved in this. And I'm going to tell you something. There were so many people involved that it would have never worked. That's why, you know, if somebody's thinking Fulop had an involvement in this, no effing way. There are 2, and you have at least 6 or 8 people that may have been involved in the process of getting this company a contract, allegedly. That is way too many people to be involved in anything like that. So I really doubt. Yeah, you know, there may have been some people who wanted, there might have been 1 or 2 people who wanted this done or had some sort of a connection, but they, you know, they weren't dealing directly with the mayor. Really, if you wanted to get somebody a contract, you deal directly with the mayor, and the mayor picks up the phone. You don't incorporate 6 or 8 other people. That's why there's no way in hell this was ever going to work, and it's no way that Mayor Fulop would be involved. Now, you can say a lot of things about Fulop. One thing, this guy is not dirty. You know, when he ran for mayor the first time, when he won his first election, he had a commercial that said, "I'll never embarrass you." And, you know, I'm kind of hard-pressed to think, if anything, in the 4+ years he's been the mayor, that we've been embarrassed. You know, there's always some goofy stuff in City Hall that goes on, but nothing to the degree that previous administrations had embarrassed us. If you look at Mayor Fulop's inner circle, if you look at it where it is today and where it was in 2013, 2014, pretty different. You know, Mayor Fulop danced with who brought him. You know, there's the people who worked his campaign. There were the followers, the guy that did the grunt work, that hung the signs, went out there, got the vote out, ran campaigns or offices, whatever. And Fulop, when he took power, you know, to the winner goes the spoils, and he brought all his people into City Hall. But, you know, again, he danced with who brought him. But as soon as those people stepped on his toes during that dance, they're gone. It is, I don't know if there's anybody left from the original inner circle of Fulop. Maybe with the exception of Bill O'Day is still in there. But changes, you know, and the chief of staff, from chief of police, all around the departments, from DPW to redevelopment agency to the recreation department. There were changes all along. And some of these people got 86 over reasons, you know, for the public. It didn't seem like a real reason to get rid of someone. But Fulop knew a little bit more than we did. And these are people who are no longer there for whatever reason. Some of them he may have been concerned about embarrassing the city, so they're gone. Give Mayor Fulop credit for getting rid of people who he felt may have been a problem for the city. Now, I'm not putting any light on any of these people involved in that, in what happened here with this recording. And by the way, I'm not sure this recording even exists now. Supposedly 2 or 3 people had it, and it was on a cell phone. So it probably got erased. I don't know if it exists now. But give Mayor Fulop credit. You know, if there was a situation with the department head, for whatever reason, if you felt they were incompetent, incapable of doing the job, or maybe possibly embarrassing the administration himself or the city of Jersey City, he made changes. Like I said, if you look at Fulop's inner circle and his department heads, 2013, as to what they are now, that's night and day difference. So as far as, you know, release the tape, first off, I don't know if Fulop has the tape. I don't know if there's a copy of it. But if you look at the whole story and where the people are now from the story with this Good Energy deal, most of them are gone. I think there's only 2 still with the city. And chances are, if Fulop had his way, they wouldn't be with the city, but there's civil service protections involved, so they're still around somewhere. But give the guy credit. He made changes where he had to make the change. And I doubt if Fulop will ever embarrass the city of Jersey City. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments, see emergency room wait times, and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Now we're going to go to police headquarters where the public safety director, our top cop of Jersey City, Jim Shea. There's James. Welcome to the show, James.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
We definitely got to get you a desk lamp, but I know you're in a hurry. So let's get to the crux of this interview. We want to bring you on like every couple of weeks or so. I was thinking over the last week, you've hired probably around 250 cops since you've been the public safety director?
Yeah, a little more than 250 since the mayor and I came on.
Now, you got some came from the academy, pure rookies, and some are lateral transfers from Hudson County Sheriff's Department and Bergen County Sheriff's Department.
Yes, we're looking at the Bergen County Sheriff's Department now to offer employment to some of the officers that were laid off during what happened up there. We have laterals from the Hudson County Sheriff's Office, and yeah, a lot we put right into the academy ourselves.
Well, let's break this up. Tell me How do you integrate so many new police officers into the police force? And that's a lot of, about a third of your police force is relatively new now.
Yeah, you're probably right, between a quarter and a third. We rely on the professionalism and the experience of our supervisors and of our senior police officers. So when our officers join the Jersey City Police Department, they're trained in academies all over New Jersey so that they can be certified as police officers in New Jersey and have the legal right to be a police officer. And then we take them and we train them again. We do additional further training for a couple months when they get to Jersey City, because Jersey City is kind of a unique environment in the state of New Jersey. It's the second largest city, and it is a urban environment, not a suburban environment. So we train them on what we expect here. It's also probably one of the most diverse places in the United States, which adds challenges to our police officers too. So we train them, and we have a full year where they're kind of on probation and their supervisors evaluate them and retrain them. Sometimes we have officers who come here, and the first time we try to train them in something, they fall a little short. So what we do is we just put them back in and recycle them and retrain them. We've had a great amount of success doing that, and we think we're getting a great product from our police officers because of it.
Now, you talk about Jersey City being so diverse. Your police department, I believe, was just recognized as being one of the most diverse in the nation.
Yes, it is absolutely becoming one of the most diverse in the nation. Part of that's natural. I think you, Pat, policing, fire, civil service in general tends to be attractive to first-generation Americans who are making their way in, children of immigrants. So, for instance, when I was younger, a lot of Irish, a lot of Italians were becoming police officers. Parents were immigrants here, worked, their kids grew up, took those jobs. Now we're seeing that from South Asians, from South Americans. We're seeing them come here and their children grow up here and be attracted to the same kind of jobs. In addition, Mayor Fulop and I will make very little bones about it. We go out seeking that kind of diversity, because when you have a diverse city like this, you provide a better police product when you have diverse police officers. I can train a police officer what it's like to enter a immigrant Egyptian Muslim family's home. I can train them how to do that, how to do it sensitively, but I'll never be as good as someone who grew up in that culture and understands it intimately. And then they can extend that knowledge to their fellow police officers. So there's so much value to be had in community relations, in crime fighting, in getting people to cooperate with us, in having a diverse police department, that it's one of our goals.
Now, with the real rookies out of the academy, what are their first responsibilities as a police officer? What are the first things that you get them involved with here in Jersey City on the streets?
Well, once we put them through their secondary training here with our Jersey City police officers, we put them all out on foot, usually in the south and west of the city, with experienced officers. And we send them to community meetings, and we have them meet the people that they will be working for. The last few academy classes, we've actually started hiring them a month early before we send them to the academy. And we spend that month teaching them about Jersey City. Various community groups and churches host our new officers and talk about their communities and their neighborhood. They meet our city council and our political leaders who tell them about Jersey City and about the history of Jersey City. And they meet police officers who tell them the challenges here, the rewards. And we found that that month, when we have them kind of as a captive audience before they're even police officers, they get invaluable knowledge about the city that they're going to be serving. And it's better to do it before they become officers. Because as anyone who has a job understands, when we send them to the academy for 6 months and then do another 2 months training, they just want to get out in the street and get to work. It's the same as anybody
you want to
else
get out of the classroom.
And get to work. So we get a better bang for our buck by doing it before we send them to the academy.
Now, with the veteran guys, you match up the rookies with a veteran. Are there particular veterans that are more capable of working with the younger recruits? Because years ago, we used to have like Tex Rakowski. That was probably before your time, but he was great with every cop. He was like our #1 cop, and I think he broke in a lot of kids as they came onto the police force. Do you have veterans like that you can mention who excel at bringing the kids along?
Yeah, every job does. You know, my son's an iron worker, and he learned from other iron workers, and there are always police officers and people in every job who just somehow seem to have the ability not only to do the job well, but to pass that knowledge on to other people. And I guess they would have been great teachers if they had chosen a different profession. But yeah, we have those officers and we match them up with the young officers. But we make a point of telling our young rookies, make sure you learn from every officer you work with. Some of them might not be as good at articulating the lessons they have, but they'll teach them to you by example. So we want you to watch everyone, watch what they do correctly, watch how they treat other people, and you'll learn and get better from every officer. But there's no question that we have some that are just phenomenal at imparting that kind of knowledge, and we take advantage of that.
Now, I have noticed over the last couple of weeks, I see a lot of the police on the bicycles again. I assume those are our rookies?
No, there's some of our more senior officers. We have a lot of officers that are committed to bicycle patrol. They like it because they feel they get better mobility, but they're still in contact with the community. They prefer it to working in the cars. So whenever we have appropriate weather and enough officers, we try to increase that bike patrol. And some of those officers, like we can put some rookie officers out across on foot posts, and a couple senior officers on bikes can keep an eye on more rookies than if they have to walk with just one. So that might be some of what you're seeing.
Now, we got about 2 minutes left in our segment. Let's go to the lateral moves. When you get sheriff officers that come over to the JCPD, do you have to break them of any habits they learned from being a sheriff's officer?
No, actually, we get great candidates from the Hudson County Sheriff's Department, and the only problem we have is that he has a vital mission too, and we don't want to impact upon his mission too much by taking too many people. So we try to make sure that when we do laterals, he can still accomplish his mission. The sheriff's office has a slightly different mission. In addition to doing police street patrol, they handle court security and they handle prisoner security, and they learn something vital from all of those jobs. So we've found that the people we get from the Hudson County Sheriff's Office, in addition to giving us a ready-to-go police officer that we can assign to the street almost immediately, we get people that bring crucial skills with them. And anyone who spends a lot of time dealing with prisoners, by definition, learns how to take care of another human being when you're in that position.
What type of savings is there for the city of Jersey City when you take a lateral move from Hudson County, or what you're proposing to do with the Bergen County Sheriffs? Is there a large savings?
Yes, because we don't have to pay the academy costs for them. There's 6-month academy costs, and they usually already have their own equipment, and we only need to provide them with uniforms. So the Bergen County officers, I mean, they were in an unfortunate circumstance where they were getting laid off. Nobody, including the political leadership in Bergen County or the mayor here, felt that that was good. It just was necessary, I guess. I'm not involved in their politics. But so we just wanted to make it available to them if they would like to come here and be a police officer until maybe they get rehired in a couple years in Bergen County. That would give us a trained police officer for several years, and we would love to take advantage of that. So that's why we made that available to them.
That's a win-win for them and the JCPD.
Sure, it
James,
keeps their skills fresh.
We're out of time, James. Time for you to go to work. You got a meeting to go to.
Yeah. Always, Pat, and look forward to speaking with you again in a couple weeks. Thank you.
You got it, guy. Thank you, James. All right, we're going to break for commercial. That is the Public Safety Director, top cop here in Jersey City, James Shea. We'll be right back.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunnelly Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, Retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We just had Jim Shea there. Somehow we need to communicate with these people when they're on that computer or laptop to keep themselves centered. And I think, you know, we gave the city of Jersey City a webcam. We'll probably bring Mayor Fulop in next Tuesday. How's that, Massachusetts Camp and Civic JC? We're getting some comments on Facebook from the Civic JC and the Massachusetts Camp over my previous piece about the alleged recording and how Mayor Fulop handled the personalities involved and the recording. And I'm getting some comments that I'm a Fulop loyalist now, and where's the yard sign behind me? I explained something to the Massachusetts Camp and Civic JC. I don't even like to use the word critic or criticize, but there is probably no one in Jersey City that has criticized Fulop more than me on a weekly basis. Now, I respect the job that Mayor Fulop has done, and I think he respects me for what I do here. But you know what? I'm able to deal with him on a daily or weekly basis as the leader of the city and me, a concerned Jersey City resident, because even when I'm criticizing him or I'm questioning some of his governmental moves concerning the city of Jersey City, he knows there's no political backplay to me doing this. I'm not trying to get my name out there to run for some office like other civic associations do. I am truly here for the civics of it. I'm like the Donna Capels of Jersey City, the Vinnie McNamara, all people who are civic warriors year after year after year, who aren't trying to run for a political office, not using a civic association as some sort of a stepping stone to a political life. We're doing this because we are concerned with Jersey City. Now, after this election cycle, some of these people will just disappear again until the next election cycle. I'll still be here. I'll be working on whatever issues we need to get done in Jersey City, as I've done for the last 20-some-odd years. I've dealt with issue after issue, from McCann to Shunla to Cunningham to Harvey Smith to Jeremiah Healy to Mayor Fulop. My position with the city has never changed. My position in City Hall has never changed. So don't worry about any sign, some yard sign, or a loyalist to Mayor Fulop. Nor is I a loyalist to Mayor Healy or a loyalist to Harvey or a loyalist to Glenn Cunningham. I'm a loyalist to the city of Jersey City, and it's many issues. Now listen, I've gone nose to nose with Mayor Fulop over issues. You don't win every issue. I don't take it to heart when you lose an issue. Because you know why? Because I know there's another one coming up from the world of civics. There's always another issue. That you guys don't understand, because some of these people in these civic organizations, and yes, I'm looking at Civic JC, strictly do this for political gain. And it's a shame that some of these people use that civic baton as a way of getting in a door. And it's a shame. Just if you want to be in politics, be in politics. Run for office. Tell the people why you're bringing an issue to the forefront, because you want to run for office. And, you know, you look at the people that run for office from the civic associations, don't win. You know, they probably play out. They don't win so often because, you know, the average person probably sees through all that too. They realize, listen, we're being played here. They're interested in this right now. And they're going to say, well, we can't get it done. I'll have to run for office. Well, you know what? That doesn't work too well. Either you're a civic warrior or you're a politician. Usually the two don't mix. And I know some people are going to say something about Michael Youn. What about Michael Youn? Michael Youn, he was a civic warrior here, kind of just for Central Avenue, but then he branched out into the other parts. But, you know, Mike was involved with Jersey City for a long, long time handling issues, and then he eventually ran for office. But he spent decades involved in the Heights and in Central Avenue. So yeah, maybe that's one of the guys that came from civics, but I think Michael Young kind of got in because he just got fed up. But if Civic JC or Massachusetts Camp has a problem, point out to me where I'm wrong in what I said about Mayor Fulop and how we handle the recording, or even if a copy of this recording exists. I got how much time in the show? I got another 20 minutes. Point it out, and I'll put it on the screen where I'm wrong. You know what? I'm not wrong. And I don't need to make things up to go after Fulop. If I have an issue with Fulop, I'll bring it to Fulop's attention, whether we do it privately or over the show here. But you know what? I'm no different privately with Mayor Fulop than I am on this show. That's probably something you guys don't understand. And I'm a little surprised that I actually got comments like this because I thought I was pretty fair. But, you know, if you're going to look at things through the eyeglasses of politics, you probably don't understand that. Now, we brought candidates from the Massachusetts camp in here. We gave them their time on the debate. I think we were quite fair with all of them. And here I am being attacked by the Massachusetts camp. So, you know, really, you know, how should I feel about this? What should I do? I'm not going to do anything because I'm above it. I'm going to do my show as I have done for the last, since what, Jersey City show since 1998. I'll keep doing it just that way. And when some of you guys have cycled through the political machine and you're off to the curb, I'll still be here doing the show. And I'll still be a fixture, as I was described by the mayor of Jersey City recently, a fixture here in Jersey City. Yeah, maybe that's I am. I'm a fixture, but I kind of like to think I'm a fixer. I'm the guy that fixes problems in Jersey City. At least I try to. You know, when I go to City Hall, when we have an issue, a civic issue, I've never gone to City Hall with a problem. I've gone to City Hall about a problem, and I go with the solution to it. I don't sit there and throw rocks at whatever mayor's there in office, whether it was Schundler or Glenn Cunningham. And I'm going to tell you, Glenn and I had some real knockdown dragouts at City Hall and at a conference room or in a restaurant over city issues. And sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you. He won some, I won some. But that's how it works. And that's something I don't think you guys understand. But I don't go to throw rocks. When I go to City Hall about an issue, I come with the solution to it. And you know what? I've always been welcomed in City Hall by the mayors who I have criticized on radio and on television. You know why? Because they know I'm strictly there because of the civic issues. Not that I'm going to run for council, or I'm going to run for mayor, or I'm going to support somebody. I'm there about the issues. And that's why I've managed to have a good relationship with every mayor, going back from McCann to Schundler to Glenn Cunningham to Harvey Smith to Mayor Healy and to the guy in the office now, Steve Fulop. So maybe the Massachusetts camp and Civic JC doesn't understand that. But they haven't been around as long as I have. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. Trying to keep my anger in place as I started doing that segment there about civics. Could have used a few other choice words. You know, we had the council debates. They're all done, the city council ones now. All we have left is the mayor's debate, which some people should be lucky that I'm not one of the moderators there. That'll be moderated, I think. They're working it out. Terrence McDonald and Al Sullivan. I think Terrence would rather do it alone. Sorry, now I didn't put myself in the moderator's chair there. I think I would have enjoyed it. Well, the council debates are done. We did them all with the exception of Ward F. We couldn't handle the 6 candidates. We can only handle 4. But we did the best we can. And I was asked last week, why even bother doing the debates? You know why? Because I could. I had the capabilities to do the debates. I had the ability to put it on live TV. I had the ability to stream it. The multiple cameras, we did it professionally. And that just became an expense for the studio. I didn't go out, put my hand out asking anybody. You know why? Because that's all about civics. My job is to do the best I can for the city of Jersey City. And here was the case with the debates. I had the equipment, I had the wherewithal to do it, and I did it. That's what all civics are about. And like I said, when some of these people cycle through this election and then they disappear, I'll still be here. And you know what? When the next group of debates come by, I'll still be here. And I'll be doing that too. When a lot of you people are footnotes. I won't say any names. So we did the debates. There were some really standout performances. The most watched debate, now again, we're only tracking the numbers on live stream, you know, what's going on with other streaming sources. I don't have the access to views. Ward D is the most watched, but the Ward B one's catching up. Ward B with Chris Gatson and Mir, what was it, all day? All day? Prince Airy, yes, Prince Airy. Boy, I tell you, there's like a mental block I have with names. We were just talking about it before we got on the air that I have. Those 2 guys did a great, well, 2 guys, guy and a gal, they did a great job. That was the most standout performance, I think, in any of the debates was probably Pam Johnson in Ward A. I'm telling you, I think that's going to be a head-to-head between her and Denise Ridley. Pam Johnson really stand out. Most heated would be Mike and Mo show from Ward D. Michael Yoon and Mo Kinberg, they went nose to nose a few times, and you could see the tension between the two. You can see sometimes Mo, listen, if you're making a point, I'm not going to jump you on time. You can see Mo, like when that timer would go off, she'd be like, let it go. But I didn't jump on Mo when she ran out of time. Most handled of all the candidates that came through here would be Rebecca Symes from Ward E. You know, that was, she's handled by Vision Media. I mean, everything was just well organized there. They had the Vision Media personnel here with her. Let's see. The most common problem, oh, let me go down. Most informed candidate on the issues, non-incumbent candidate informed on the issues, Denise Ridley. I thought Denise knew everything was needed to know about the issues facing Jersey City and what solutions there could be to solve them. The problem with Denise, she was right next to Pam, and Pam was right out in front of you. Boom. You could not keep your eyes off Pam. These two, I guarantee you, if there's a runoff, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a runoff in A, it's going to be Ridley and Pam. 2 people I happen to like, by the way. I've known them for a while now. I didn't see Joe Conti in the Ward A debate. He had a family issue. He couldn't be here. It will be interesting to see how that shakes out, but I would not be surprised if it's Pam Johnson and Denise Ridley. The most common problem that we discovered through all these debates, I don't know so much the discovery, you would think it would be crime, but actually it was the parking. Every area, every ward, it was parking. Whether it was my ward, Ward D, or the gang in Ward E, or Ward A, whatever it is, Ward B with Chris Gatson, it was the same thing. We're talking about parking. Say what you want about the city bike and, oh, we're going to take city bikes and we want to take the path. Well, here's the long and short of it. The path is up on the square. Now, this talk, maybe you're having to stop in West Side. And years, when I was a kid, the path did stop in West Side, right by where, well, the Villa Capri back then, Pacini's now, and people would get off the stairs there and go off. And it was a railroad crossing. Gates would come up when I was a kid going to school. That's how we went there. The guys in Ward E brought this up about, like Manhattan, or maybe it was Mira who brought up Manhattan. I corrected him, said, don't compare us to Manhattan. We don't have a subway every other block. We don't have their mass transit system. We're Jersey City. I don't want to be Manhattan. I don't think you want to be Manhattan. We drive cars in Jersey City. And if you listen to every one of those debates, the biggest issue is parking. Mayor Fulop or Mayor Massacutis, they're going to have to figure out how to deal with this parking. And the most logical solution is pocket parking lots. We don't have to build huge ones, but every ward has that abandoned house that's boarded up. The fire department's got the red box with the X on there. I got some on Palisade Avenue. I got some up on Passaic Avenue in the Heights. We should take the property, demo it, and make a pocket parking lot. And the city owns the land. So it's part of the inventory here. For that matter, I was just talking to Brian Stack, an issue in the Heights, the borderline of the Heights in Union City, about parking. If Stack's got resident parking permits, we're going to have resident parking permits, and never the two shall meet. I'm suggesting there's some sort of a buffer zone. There's nothing that will bum you out more than you're living in the edge of Jersey City. You see a spot over there going, just across the street in Union City, and you can't park there. That was the most common, the most elusive issue that nobody seemed to really nail down was the revow. And how do you protect the seniors, the long-term owners here? And I'll tell you, Ward E, going to be tough down there with that revow. Ward D, going to be tough for us in the Heights. West Side is going to be tough. Any place where you have a lot of long-term residents. We haven't done a revow since like '87. So how do we protect? How don't I hurt a senior that's on a fixed income or a disabled person? And these people are seniors. They're up in years now. They've owned that house since '87. Chances are they're in their 60s, 70s. How do I protect them? Nobody, we got the senior rebate, the senior freeze. That ain't going to do it. What we need to do is figure out a way that we can protect the seniors and the disabled here in Jersey City from this revow. In the debates, nobody had a definitive solution. My attitude is if I have a budget that can sustain $25 million a year increases, I should be able to come up with a solution to protect these people. And, going back, I was talking about mayors in the past. Remember Glenn Cunningham? When you talked about seniors, you got Glenn in the corner then. He would do anything for seniors. All I had to do when I used to argue with Glenn in the old days in the conference room, all I had to do was bring up seniors and kids. That was it. You had Glenn. I'm telling you right now, if that revow was going on with Mayor Cunningham, he would figure out a way to protect the seniors and the disabled. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You watching the Jersey City Show? I'll be right back. I don't see anything from the Massachusetts screen. We'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
On the show, I want to remind everybody, if you tweet us a question, we can bring it up on the screen here, rather easy. Daniel asked me, how do I feel about the city selling parking lots? I got a real problem with that. I've had this conversation with Mayor Fulop already. We've received about $10 million in less than the last year from Mayor Fulop selling parking lots. I'd like to see that $10 million reinvested back into parking. You lost a lot up on by the courthouse. They're going to use that for the new courthouse. So I think the city got $7.4 million for that lot. We lost a lot up on Five Corners. That was about 50. We're going to lose a lot on Bergen Avenue, the Burger King lot, because we're going to have development there. Yeah, we got a real problem. We lost lots on McGinley Square. when you see a lot of these projects going up, the first place the developers look to build is on our parking lots. And they build on the parking lots, and now we have no freaking parking. Yeah, I have a real problem with that. I've had this discussion with Mayor Fulop, and he's in this utopia that, you know, we're going to ride city bike, and we're going to bus, and we're going to walk. And I said this to Mayor Fulop, I'm not going to do a triathlon twice a day to go to work. Now, that bike idea might work in downtown, where most of these people work in New York City, so they bikey over to the path, they get on the path and they go to New York City, and they live in New York City, they spend their money there. All they do in Jersey City is sleep. You go downtown at night, you know, tumbleweeds blowing around down there. Yeah, I have a real problem with that. I have a real problem with Candace Osborne in Ward E. There was a lot down there, I forget the number offhand, permit parking. She wanted to turn it into shoppers parking because the people who have permits in that lot aren't buying spots in the complexes they live because it's cheaper in the city. Does it make a difference? They live in the city of Jersey City, whether they're parking in that condo's parking lot or in our parking lot. I guess I'd rather get the money for the permit for the city of Jersey City. But the idea is, well, let's make shoppers parking. Why the hell would I want to take parking away from the residents of Jersey City for shoppers? For people who don't live in that neighborhood, I'm going to get parking for them, but the people that live here, they can't have parking. You know, it's Russian roulette. You know, when you have parking in your neighborhood, you know, you want to go down to Rite Aid, you want to, you know, run down to ShopRite or something, you can get out of your car, you can get out of the house, get in your car, run your errands, and you come back and you park. If you don't have that option, this is where the city and the parking authority is supposed, the parking authority is supposed to create parking. You're locked in your house. You can't leave because you move your car, you lose your spot. We need to create pocket parking lots. If I could take 12, 16 cars off one area of Jersey City, 1 block, 2 blocks, I'm telling you, it changes the whole quality of life. Your quality of life, that's a big quality of life issue, being able to park your damn car. And stop the utopia existence that we're all running around on bikes and we're going to walk and we're going to take the bus. First of all, we don't have a decent bus service in Jersey City anyway. We did years ago when people actually worked in Jersey City. We took a bus to work. Guess what? We don't work in Jersey City anymore. There's no damn jobs here. That's what happened to the buses. We don't take buses anymore because there's no place to take them to. So that's why the Central Avenue bus and the Garfield Avenue bus and the Boulevard bus, all these buses went the bygone era. Because we didn't work in Jersey City anymore to take the bus. We're relying on the car. I'm not going to pedal. Yeah, you're going to go pedal to work. By the time I get to work, it's like 100 degrees out. I got the city bike stink. Or it's 10 degrees out, and you think I'm going to pedal around when I'm freezing? Yeah, I got some 65-year-old guy. I'm 60. You think I'm going to pedal around? I'm not pedaling around. I'm driving. We're Jersey City. We're not friggin' Manhattan. We drive. The city has to create parking. That's it in a nutshell. I have a problem when somebody buys a house, they knock it down, and they put a cookie cutter up. Now, a cookie cutter has a garage, maybe a 2-car garage in there. It also has an illegal apartment, but that's a whole different argument. They get a parking spot. I, paying the same property taxes they pay, I can't have a spot because my house is 70 years old. Now, I might have enough footage in the front to park a smaller car because none of us are driving around with the 17, 18-foot cars anymore. So I could probably put a carport in front, but we have a moratorium against that. The average person in Jersey City can't put a carport in front of their house, but if you knock it down and you build a cookie cutter that possesses the illegal apartment, which also, by the way, now they're making into condos, they can have a garage and a driveway and a spot in front of their house. That's not fair to that guy that owns the house that's 70 years old. So somehow we need to solve the parking. And again, it goes back to the pocket parking lots. Even if we have to buy these houses for $300,000, we can bond for that. We bond for friggin' everything. Yeah, I think we just bought space from the county, was it? For the Jersey City Museum, $9 million. You know what's more important than a museum? Nothing against the art people. Don't send me emails, I'm against the art. Parking. So I can come home, you can come home and park your car within a reasonable distance of your house. Not that you come home now and you're on friggin' block patrol. You don't mean to be on block patrol, but you're on block patrol. You're riding around and around and around and hoping to get a spot. You should be able to park. And we can do that. Almost every block, every couple of blocks, there's that house that's vacant. You know, we might even own it already on taxes. I'm not sure. But these are the things we can do, and that's one of the biggest issues. And yeah, Daniel, you're right. I have a problem with Mayor Phillips selling the lots to developers to build on. I've had this conversation. Reinvest the money into parking. $10 million, you know, buy a bunch of lots here in Jersey City, and it would improve the quality of life in your neighborhood. We have a lot on my block, Congress Street. Back in 2000, Mayor Schundler was here. I fought to get this lot purchased. We got the lot purchased. We took 15 cars off Congress Street, off Central, off Patterson, wherever, within, you know, a block or so of that lot. It was almost like a utopia there. You can go home, you can park. You took 15 cars off the street, you put them in a lot, so you opened up 15 spots on the street. Things were pretty good until we opened the light rail on Congress and Patterson's Plank Road. Then there was now an issue. People were coming into Jersey City, parking the car, getting on a light rail and going to work. But yeah, you're right. The city shouldn't be selling our parking lots to developers, and if they do, it should be like open space. For every parking spot you sell, you should open 2 or 3 more. That's how it should work. But that's not how we do it. I got, what, 50 seconds left? So no sense getting into any of these comments. I got 50 seconds. Listen, I want to remind everybody, we're talking about these comments on Facebook over on our account there. If you have a question during a live show, you can tweet us at JC Hudson Media, and that question will pop right up, and we'll answer that for you. That was the whole idea of doing this show live. But now I'm out of time. I'm out of show. You be good, you be safe. I'll see you Thursday at noon on the Hudson County Show. Good night.